When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Maya Angelou. This quote speaks loud when we talk about families and hidden truths. Have you ever looked at your family and wondered, why does one person always cause all the drama while the rest of us stay quiet, walk on eggshells, or keep trying to fix things? If that thought ever crossed your mind, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into a deep, eye-opening topic. Why is there only one narcissist in each family? And here's the twist. It's not just about them. It's about the roles we all play without even knowing. This one person always needs to be right, always needs attention, and never says sorry. Sound familiar? Maybe you're the one who always forgives, tries to keep peace, or carries all the blame. That means you might be the empath, the one who feels everything too deeply and gives too much. But why does this pattern happen? And why is it always just one person acting this way, while the rest bend, break, and stay silent? In this journey, we'll break it all down in simple words, real talk, and honest moments. So stay with us till the end, because this could change the way you see your family, your past, and maybe even yourself. And hey, don't keep this to yourself. Show some love by liking, sharing, or joining our community of empaths and truth seekers who are done staying silent. Together we heal, we grow, and we speak the truth others are too afraid to say. Let's get started. And remember, this time, you're not alone. In many families, there's often one person who always has to be right, always needs attention, and often makes others feel small or wrong. That person may shout the loudest, blame others the fastest, or act like their feelings matter more than everyone else's. This person is sometimes a narcissist, someone who puts themselves first and expects everyone else to do the same. What's strange is that the rest of the family often lets them take control, even when it hurts. This doesn't happen because people are weak. It happens because over time, the family starts to fall into invisible roles that no one talks about. It's like there's a silent agreement, an unspoken rule that says, don't make the narcissist angry. Don't disagree. Just go along to keep the peace. At first, this may seem like a way to survive. If one person is always starting fights or making things difficult, others try to stay quiet or helpful to avoid more trouble. But slowly, this turns into a pattern. One person becomes the center, and everyone else becomes something else. One child might become the golden child who tries to please the narcissist. Another might become the scapegoat, blamed for everything that goes wrong. And then there's the empath, the one who feels deeply, always forgives, and tries to fix everything, even if they're hurting inside. Here's the hook. This entire setup happens without anyone really noticing. No one sits down and agrees to these roles, but they form piece by piece through years of trying to keep balance in a home that often feels unsafe or unfair. This is the silent agreement, and it gives the narcissist power. As long as no one speaks up, the cycle keeps going. The roles may change faces over generations, but the pattern stays the same. Real healing begins when someone finally sees the truth. When someone says, wait, why are we all doing this? That moment of awareness can break years of silence. It's not easy, but understanding the silent agreement is the first step to ending it. In most families, there's usually one person who takes up all the attention. They want to be seen as the smartest, the strongest, or the one who always knows best. This person might be loud, controlling, or quick to blame others. But somehow, everything seems to revolve around them. This is often the narcissist. What's interesting is that there's almost never more than one narcissist in a family. That's not by chance. It's because narcissists don't like to share the spotlight. They don't want equals. They want followers. A narcissist needs to feel powerful. They want others to admire them, praise them, and agree with them. If someone else in the family starts to act confident, take charge, or ask questions, the narcissist doesn't like it. That person becomes a threat. Instead of working together, the narcissist will try to push them aside, shame them, or turn others against them. They don't want to compete. They want to conquer. That's why two strong, self-centered people rarely last long under the same roof. One will always try to outshine or silence the other. This behavior creates a kind of emotional rule in the family. Only one person gets to be in control, and everyone else has to take a step back. If someone else tries to speak up or be seen, they might get ignored, mocked, or even blamed for causing problems. Over time, other strong personalities either shut down, leave, or get labeled as difficult or rebellious. The family begins to revolve around keeping the narcissist calm, happy, or proud, just to avoid conflict. This is why narcissists usually stand alone at the top of the family chain. They need to feel like the most important one, and they make sure no one else can take that role. Understanding this can help us see why some people are pushed aside, even when they're smart, kind, or strong. The problem isn't with them. It's that narcissists can't handle equals. They don't want balance. They want control. In many families ruled by a narcissist, there's someone quietly holding everything together behind the scenes. This person isn't loud, doesn't demand attention, and often hides their pain with a smile. That person is the empath, the one who feels deeply, loves hard, and forgives easily. While the narcissist stands in the spotlight, demanding love and control, the empath is often in the background, picking up the broken pieces and trying to keep peace. Here's the hook. Every narcissist has a secret weapon, and it's not their anger, charm, or confidence. It's the empath who keeps forgiving them, who keeps understanding them, and who keeps hoping they'll change. The empath gives them second chances, even when they don't deserve it. They stay quiet during arguments, take the blame, and push down their own feelings just to avoid conflict. Without realizing it, the empath becomes the very fuel that keeps the narcissist's power going. The empath's heart is full of love, but their kindness gets used as a tool. Narcissists know this. They know exactly how to pull at the empath's emotions, using guilt, sadness, or fake apologies to pull them back in. And because the empath wants to believe in the good in people, they stay, even when it hurts. Over time, this makes the narcissist stronger and the empath smaller. Without the empath, though, the narcissist begins to lose control. They don't have anyone to comfort them, explain away their behavior, or carry their emotional load. That's why empaths are not weak. They're powerful. They are the hidden strength behind the narcissist's throne. And once they realize their worth, everything starts to change. When an empath stops feeding the narcissist with love and attention, the balance of power shifts. The truth comes into focus. The spell breaks, and the narcissist, who seemed so strong, starts to fall apart. Because in the end, a narcissist is only as strong as the empath who keeps them standing. In some families, one person seems to control everything, not with love or leadership, but with moods, guilt, and fear. Everyone else walks on eggshells, trying not to upset them. The house may look normal on the outside, but inside, it feels like everyone is holding their breath. This is not just everyday family stress. It's emotional hostage-taking. The narcissist doesn't use ropes or locks, but they trap people just the same, with words, emotions, and manipulation. At first, it might look like the narcissist just has a strong personality. Maybe they get angry easily, or maybe they cry and play the victim every time something doesn't go their way. Over time, though, a pattern forms. The narcissist becomes the center of attention, not because people admire them, but because everyone is constantly reacting to them. If they're angry, the whole house feels tense. If they're sad, people rush to comfort them. If they're blaming someone, others quickly take sides. Everything starts to revolve around keeping this one person in a stable, calm, or happy. Here's the hook. It's not just manipulation. It's emotional hostage-taking. The narcissist holds the peace of the entire family in their hands, and everyone else sacrifices their own feelings to keep that peace. Parents may ignore one child to avoid upsetting the narcissist. Siblings may stop speaking up or showing emotions. The empath, as always, may take on the job of keeping everyone okay, even while quietly falling apart inside. Over time, this becomes the normal in the family. No one questions it. The family system becomes wired to respond to the narcissist first. That means if someone else is hurting, their pain is pushed aside. If someone disagrees, they're told to be quiet. If someone sets a boundary, they're called selfish or dramatic. In this way, the narcissist slowly takes control of the emotional space and keeps it. What's worse is that many families don't even realize it's happening. They just think this is how life is, full of tension, silence, or fake smiles. But the truth is, they're all reacting to the moods of one person. That's not love. That's fear. That's control. The good news is, this kind of control can be broken. It starts when someone in the family begins to notice the pattern. When someone says, "Why are we all so afraid of making them mad?" That small question is the first step toward freedom. Recognizing emotional hostage-taking doesn't mean blaming yourself.